Traders, what's going on? Welcome back to another recap. Today I'm actually reporting from the moon, up $2,200 today. What a day. It was almost my best day ever. I think I was shy about $20 and it could have been my best day ever in the markets, but I'll take it. $2,200 any day is a really good day. LEDS was the big one. LEDS just kept going and going and going. I started off with bigger size 700 share blocks, and it just gave some incredible breakouts. I kept scalping it. As you guys know how I do, every candle that offered opportunities, I was long, buying high, selling higher, and just capitalizing on the momentum. It seems like I was right so far. I don't want to jinx it, but it seems like I was right. Knock on wood, right? Knock on wood. That the momentum is actually picking up here in June, and we might have a hot summer, which is exactly what I was hoping for. I'm looking to push myself. If this is the case, I'm looking to push myself, increase my share size gradually, and continue to look for those good setups, look for those good trades, and continue to do my best at managing the risk, because it's always risk first, right? I always want to be sure of my risk before I enter into the trade. So for those of you who are newer to the channel, know that trading is not easy. It never was, it never will be, but it is possible. It can be done, but you got to manage the risk one day at a time, one trade at a time. Guys, with that being said, let's jump right into this recap. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button already, what are you waiting on? If you're new, subscribe, and of course, check out the chat room. That'll be the first link down below, 100% free. All right, here we go. Traders, here we are in the recap. So LEDS was the main man today, the big boy stock. 20,000 shares traded for $2,422.89 of profits. The other stocks that are worth mentioning that I did take the losers on quickly, I'm not going to go over them in detail because right now time is of the essence, but $19 loss on WINT, $15 gain on SENS, let's see, $51 loss NCTY, and where's the other one? $70 loss on BBIG. Those stocks, I gave them a decent shot, but just didn't get to see the trades that I wanted to. There's one more. Okay, there we go. RMED minus $51. But LEDS, the big boy stock of the day, from a low of $18.10 from the open to a high of $28, giving about $10 a share worth of trades and opportunities. And before that, if we zoom out right here, we'll see that yesterday it was also in play, as it made some bigger moves. I was able to trade it yesterday to get some trades in. And on the daily chart here, the setup is continuation all the way from the lows of 939 ever since we had this first candle. So LEDS for the win. This one here was crazy. Now let's jump into those trades. This is what everybody wants to see. Let's pull up the monitor screen. And if you guys are enjoying the content, guys, if you're enjoying me trading live every day, if you're liking these recaps, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications so you get the update when I upload right away. And share the channel, right? Share the channel with a friend, with another trader who you might know. Let them know that the Relentless Trader community is the community to join. So here we go. LEDS laying it all down. Winners and losers. Here we go. Every day in the recaps. LEDS, so at 9:34:29 seconds, I'm going to get long at 19.92, 700 shares, and I'm going to be selling for about 50 cents of profits. Boom, to start the day with a good trade. And so 9:34, let's switch over here. 9:34, let's go to the 1 minute chart. That's going to be right here on this candle. So we had a red to green. First 1 minute candle to make the new high over 1891 is going to go all the way to 1988. I missed this trade right here. And I missed about 4 or 5 trades on LEDS, believe it or not, here in this early section, which would have given me even more profits, right? So there's room to improve. But anyhow, 9:34, entry of 19.99 for that break of the double top right here from move to $20. Why was I so aggressive on that trade? Because yesterday's high was 20.98. If we break over this level here at 20, there's a good chance we can get up there to 20.98 for that high of day break for yesterday's high. So I'm long at that level. I'm getting in and I'm getting some good profits there. So that's the first trade to start the day. In at 21 out of 31, not a big win. In at 77, coming out at 72, small loss, break even trade. Well, small loss again. In at 80, coming out at 70. This is all within that same range right there, 934, 935. Now, where's the next good trade? So right here again, so I'm giving it a few attempts and not quite getting to see the breakout right away. In at 35, 37, coming out at 31. In at 11, was that 11, coming out at 36. So not bad right there for a couple of cents, 20 cents or so. In at 58 out of 52. This is now at 939. So we'll take a look at the charting for a small loss. In at 58 out of 52 at 939. That'll be right here. So we're actually gonna pull down a little bit and pull back. So we got a high of 22.78 after a series of trades of scalping the highs. So doji candle, we break over that level, we're scalping. And if you look at the 5-minute chart too, not to get too zoomed in on the 1 minute only, but around this range of 930, and it's not even gonna show that well, but let's pull back a little bit. Can we get to zoom in there? The 5-minute chart was now moving up, so these trades were getting ready to boil over. Right now we're going 940, we pulled back, and then right around 948 we're gonna see the incline really start to take off, to happen right here. This is where things are gonna really get crazy around 10 o'clock, 9:50, 10 o'clock. So let's look at some of those trades. 44, let's see, 38. So we had 22, 20, we went over that one. So right here, in at 63, out at 70, small win. So right now we're seeing some small winners, right? 944, this is where we start to move again. In at 61, out at 84, not bad. Small loss, in at 74, out at 61. Those big trades are coming. So 22, out at 21, and 20, which is not bad. That's a good 10-cent trade there in between at 945. So I'm watching for these scalps, and I'm just waiting to get these breakouts. So this is where we're going to take another break. I'm going to actually switch over to BBIG, miss a few trades, and have to come back quickly to get back on track at 949 if we look at the charting right here. So we dipped down, and I thought it was going to pull back a little bit more, but we ended up holding. We had higher highs. We had this consolidation, and then boom, into another push around 10 o'clock. So 958, there might be a few small trades here, but 958 is where we started to really take off. So 950, let's go back. So 47, we're gonna skip ahead right here. So here we are at 949, getting in at 2350, coming out at 2372. That's 949, as we're gonna get this decent candle right here. So this is on a candle where we have opportunities, but it's not quite breaking out just yet. So a small trade in between, but we didn't rip over the highs. So a good trade nonetheless. Now let's see, let's keep going. In at 23.90, coming out at 24, a big good 10 cents right there. Gonna have a few smaller losers. As the doorbell is gonna go off. That doorbell is something else, isn't it? But here we go. I'm gonna reduce my size here. What's this at 950? 955, my size is going to come down to 400 shares from 700 shares, as I was already seeing some profits up about 800 or so, and I decided, you know what, let me preserve some of those gains, because if I have that big loser, I can go right back to zero. So I dropped down to 400 shares, and I'm going to see some better scalps coming pretty soon. So let's see, 958, this is where things are going to start to get crazy. 958, right? So 958, let's look at the charting. We're finally going through this consolidation. We're going to be ready to break over the highs at 2470. So we're going to see some good trades right here coming up. 958. Here we go. So let's pull up a little bit. And right here in this range. So in at 2428. This is a good one. In at 2428. Out at 2493. Solid trade. In at 2548. Coming out at 2566. Good trade right there. Gonna take a loss, getting in at 87, coming out at 53. Smaller loss here again, 8 cents. Let's see. So I'm gonna take a few losers around 10:01 before getting some solid winners again. But LEDS, man, this one was a beast. So back at 10:32. So we have this move, and then this is where it starts to consolidate sideways. So I stay away for a little bit, wait for it to kind of do its thing. So we had a big long consolidation right here before finally another leg up, right? And from here we went from 23 to 28. I thought we were going to get that break of 30, but it didn't quite happen. So all of this is the consolidation. I don't really want to trade in this chop, but I want to wait for the setup to start breaking out again, right? For the stock to start going again. So around 10:30, I'm going to come back right on time at 10:32. Long at 25.15, coming out at 25.66. In at 26.22, small loss there. In at 19, coming out at 41, a good 20 cents. So all these trades add up, right? I'm having a few losers in between, which is fine, but I'm having more winners than losers, and more bigger winners than I'm having bigger losers. So over time, the trades add up. It adds up 20 cents there, 10 cents here, 50 cents there. It adds up, and before you know it, you're up a good amount. So up in here, 26.35 at 10:34, coming out at 26.70. That's another good trade right there. In at 20, was that time? 10:34. Let's take a quick look at the charting. So 10:34 will be right on this candle here. So we had a fake out actually, right? But I was able to sell quickly at the highs. So 26.40, 26.48. So break of 26.50 for the entry. For that move to 26.88. I'm getting in a little earlier, but I'm able to take the profits there. So that's 10.34 for some good trades, right? 10.34 right here. Not bad at all. So reading the tape, reading the volume, and then getting in quickly, coming out at the highs. In at 67, out at 57 for a loss. Few small losers there, break even trade. In at 54, out at 48 for another loss. So in at 41 out of 39, some flat trades there. Let's see, and this is 10:39. Let's take a look at the charting at 10:39 as to why I'm having some issues there. So this is on this candle here, and we're getting a move 26.88 the high. We want to see the break of the high. I'm giving it a chance, but we're not quite seeing it just yet. But on the next candle here at 10:40 is where we're gonna see the breakout. So at 10:40 here on LEDS. Let's see, did I get any good trades right here? In at 27, out at 72. This is not bad, right? In at 27. Well, in at 17, actually. In at 17 and out at 72. That's a big trade right there. In at 40, out at 61. In at 63, out at 96. Just some good trades. In at 28.05 for that break of 28, but it didn't work right there. So I'm back in at 28, 22, 28.10. And look at that, getting out at 74. I mean, beautiful trades, LEDS for the win. It was a good day, guys. It was a good day. I started the day red, actually, NCTY pre-market, but was able to recover on these big green candles. So when it comes to my share size, I have buying power, right? I have buying power. There is no shortage when it comes to the buying power for now, but it's all going to come down to how aggressive I want to be. And I do want to take it one step at a time. I want to keep in mind the risk is always there. I can buy in these stocks with 800 shares and then be down $800 just like that. Easy come, easy go, right? That risk is there. I don't want to ever forget it or overlook it. So I want to proceed every day with caution. Trade setups only. If I'm going to have a losing trade, it must be because the setup failed and not because I bought randomly, right? So with that being said, I'm going to look to continue to push the sizing up a little bit, especially on the cheaper stock. This one's a little bit more expensive, so I don't want to go too hard. But stocks around $3, $4, $5. I'm going to be looking to get up to 1,500 shares, 2,000 shares, 2,500 share blocks. That might be where I average out, right? In with 2,500 shares, I might go up to 5,000, 7,500, so forth and so forth. And if a stock is looking really good, the spreads are really tight, and I do want to take 4,000 share blocks, 5,000 share blocks at a time, I can do that and go up to 15,000 shares, all depending on how tight the spread is, how much upside potential versus downside risk to reward ratio. If it's looking really good, maybe I can go as far to do that kind of a thing, but that'll be a couple of weeks out or a couple of days out, depending on how I gradually increase and go ahead. Because if I do get those red days, of course, it will be discouraging. If you're down $600-$700, it's like, all right, I gotta focus on that, you know. So it's like certain things you gotta be careful about when kind of going into this new territory of bigger size. So I want to be very slow and not rush it, right? I'm going to take it easy. But in the past, I have traded with bigger size before. So it's not completely new, but I do still want to be careful. So with that being said, guys, it's 119. In other news, I guess other news quickly to go over, WINT. This one kind of gave a quick pop and drop. Most of them kind of did this. SENS, same thing where we kind of had to move up and then back down. NCTY, look at that. Look at this one. So for those people who stuck around, I'm guessing you saw the trades, and you look at that, red to green over 1460 all the way to 1625. Maybe I could have caught this setup right here. First 1 minute candles with the new high at 1517. Look at that breakout, right? And then again right here for a small move. But you can't catch them all. NCTY, not nice. MOSY, not much on this one. As my 1 o'clock alarm, 1:20 p.m. alarm is going to go off. LPTH, small move up, but no trades there. BBIG, I took the loss on. And this one is also curling back up, but you can see choppy momentum in this range, nothing crazy. And then AREC gave a move, but I wasn't able to trade it. So that was the day, guys. Almost my best day ever. I was shy about $20, but I'll definitely take it. With that being said, guys, I'll recap trade by trade going through LEDS on the orders versus the charting. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. But it's been Relentless Trader. And I am, of course, signing out.